You wanna do something Monday nighter? I've got something for you, hold tighter. It's a show that's unpredictable and fast, and improvised by the cast. Monday Night Improv. Monday Night Improv. Sing it, Monday Night Improv. Monday Night Improv.
Hello everyone, how you doing? Stu is going to be so fucking mad. Welcome back to Monday Night Improv. Here we're on a Monday night, of course, because that's in the name. I hope you're amazing. If you've never watched Monday Night Improv before, it's a totally free comedy show where we have top comics making up improvised comedy based entirely on your motherfucking suggestions. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Wherever you are, say hello. We always like it when people say hello in the comments. Wherever you're watching in the world. I know we've got people watching over in the States tonight. We've got people watching all over Scotland, and a whole bunch of people saying they enjoy the new music. Oh my god, look at that. Stu is going to be absolutely livid. Right, let's get over this. We are going to be looking for your suggestions during the show, because remember, during the games, your suggestions help us make improvised comedy bronze. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome one sexy motherfucker. He was in the running for the next James Bond, turned it down because if he's not playing Q, because he's the ultimate question. Please welcome Stuart fucking Murphy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, pleasure to be here. Hiya, how you doing?
I'm good. What's your thoughts on the new music, Stu?
I fit in perfectly with its youthful vibe. Check out the shirt that just says "Old Man Check." I
think you'll find it's what all the kids are wearing now. So
I'm sure they're TikToking their approval or whatever it is they do.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the pipe smoking on TikTok, then you don't know what you're missing. It's where they have.
That means what you think it means.
You know, they have the Weathers Original Challenge, where you've got to see. You can put Weathers Original in without sucking it. The kids are all going wild. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, he is another youthful member of our number, trapped in the body of a 60-year-old geography teacher who's not been allowed to see the kids for quite some time, so has just decided they don't exist. Please would you welcome the one and only Mr. Will Nami, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, it's me. For what it's worth, I did put up a TikTok the other day, and 11,000 people liked a comment on one of it, which just said that I look like David Tennant if you bought him off Wish.
Ah, bastard. That's a joke I used to make. You're welcome on originality. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to please welcome. He is effectively the Diana of the squad. By that, when we eventually make a film, it's not going to be true. Please, would you welcome? We've got Gary Dobson, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay, finally, the people's princess.
And up next, we have former WWF champion Hulk Hogan of Shetland. Please, would you welcome Mary-Elaine Robertson, ladies and gentlemen, or who is currently looking like a black square. There she is.
Hey!
She's got to be careful. How are you, Mary-Elaine?
Hello, sorry. I'm just back from writing successful comments on TikTok, so I'm getting 11,000 likes.
There you go. As TikTok, what do people do on TikTok in Shetland out of interest?
David.
Oh, they just do David.
They still keep thinking it's a big confusion with the old which one's TikTok and which one's the talking clock. It's a lot of questions about what time it is and a lot of abuse.
Well, to me, TikTok is still a character out of the Wizard of Oz sequel. We'll move along.
Oh.
That's a joke for you, Gary. You're welcome. Right, our first game, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be... actually, before we go any further, shall we say hello to some boys and girls where they're watching from all over the world? Let's see. First of all, we want to say hi to our pal Jen, who is in the coldest flat in Leith.
No.
Hi, Jen!
Hi, Jen.
I've got to tell you, Christine is selling Sendworth and cat vibes to Jen. So
Christine.
Get out of the way. We've also got Frank Hankins, who is watching all the way from Oklahoma.
Hey,
Yes,
look at that.
right.
Let's see who else we got. Blah, 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 blah. We got a couple of good folks watchers from Glasgow. Wearing is a Merry St Andrew's Day, and various other people from all around the world. Some people want to know why you're dressed as Jeff Hardy, the wrestler, Mary-Elaine. Do you know who that is?
I
No.
What,
Right,
is that
I'll
one of the Hardy Boys? Am I getting confused?
Yeah.
with
It is
other
one of the
parent?
Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
It is
pre
one of the Hardy
steroids.
Boys. Yeah. Well, he's clueless. If there was a
Okay.
Horcrux
No,
involved, he'd know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Who's Jeff Hardy? Is he a boy wizard? No idea if not.
Right, let's get about this. Our first game,
Was he
ladies
in
and
my
gents.
house?
Our first game, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be called Questions. What's going to happen is we're going to act out a scene, but we can only speak to each other in the form of questions. However, if it's not a question, if it failed, everyone will need to let them know they failed. And when they're challenged, they'll shout, "Die!" And that means we'll move on to the next pairing. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
I think for this...
Die.
How dare you? I think for this, we'll get a reason for two people to meet. Anything at all. And it is a nice hat. Thank you, all the people that said. What do we think? So I'll tell you what, in the comments, a reason for two people to meet. If anyone's got one at all, just pop it in there. If anyone's met a person. Anyone remember back in the day when you could meet people? Just pop it in the comments there. Let us know. It was a while ago. Let's see if we can bring it down.
My gosh,
Let's
Billy,
see.
is that a fire hazard?
What's that? What?
That
It's what
open
fire?
flame next to all that foam padding.
What fire? What fire? It's not a real fire.
It's a special effect.
I appreciate your concern. Right, we're getting a whole bunch in. Let's see, we've got Returning a Lost Pet, Build-A-Bear Party, Death Row, a job interview. These are fucking good tonight, guys. This is going to be all right. Pumping. Thank you, Dina. I appreciate it.
He said two
I don't
people.
think we've ever had returning a lost pet before.
I don't think we've ever had Returning a Lost Pet, so I'll tell you what, let's do Returning a Lost Pet, and we're going to kick that off with, I think let's go with Stu and Will. And remember, the rest of us get to challenge, get to come in and shout, "Die!" Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for questions. Hey.
Do you know whose cat this is?
What happened to it?
Do you have any idea where I found him?
Was it the middle of the road?
Do you think the middle of the road is a safe place for a cat?
How could I possibly think that, given the tyre tracks up it?
Isn't that your car you were driving?
What if it is?
How dare you?
Die.
Yeah.
I've got to say die.
All
It's
right,
a rather
Gary.
brutal end to the conversation.
All right, Gary, you're up.
Is this the one you're looking for?
What is it wearing?
Have you never been to the Build-A-Bear before?
How did you get a waistcoat onto a wild bear?
The real question is, how did I get so much stuffing up its arse?
Die.
Die!
Who died, me or you?
I'm not sure. I think you're out,
Oh.
Gary. Right, Marilyn, you're up.
Oh, for going rhetorical. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did this dog used to be whole?
What happened to its hindquarters?
Would you like me to stitch it back together?
I'm out.
Oh!
Right.
Just a brutal playlet in 3 lines.
Was the cat alive when you brought it in?
Have you killed my cat?
How would you define death exactly?
Is his heart beating?
Is that his heart?
Are you a vet?
How would you define a vet?
Craigslist, bad idea.
Die? I have no idea what I didn't hear what you said. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Right, Stu, you're back in.
It was definitely a question.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it, but I didn't hear what you said. Sorry. So I'm out.
Did you find my Timpkins?
The snail.
Who's my Mr. Timpkins? Who's my Mr. Timpkins? Who is?
Die, right?
I
She's out.
died
She's out.
because it was too beautiful. I didn't want it to end.
All right. Well, you're up next. One more round, I think.
Okay. Could you help me? I'm wondering, where is the nearest vet?
Do you know the High Street?
Street.
Oh, I think Will's frozen.
A frozen death. A frozen death.
Gary, would you like to jump in?
Do I want to build a
Well,
snowman?
that is a message from the gods. They fucking die.
I couldn't hear anything you said there.
Is there still a reward for this?
What would you like? Would you like to pick a prize from the wheel of retrieval?
Can I spin the wheel myself?
How else is it gonna work?
How hard do I have to pull on it?
Do you want the force required in newtons or pascals?
What's the difference?
Fuck you.
He's
Very
finally out. Right, Gary, Marilyn, you're in.
Is that who I think it is?
Oh man! Oh, again. Okay.
I'm just getting bing noises.
I think I might be in instead.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm getting frozens.
Is this a wrong thing to do to a dead cat?
Where exactly are you putting your finger?
You mean you can't tell?
Which way round is the cat facing?
I don't know.
Oh, are you pointing to me?
Hey.
Maddie, are you pointing to me? It just
I tell you what,
completely
Marilyn,
froze.
you're the last one, and you go one more time.
No, there's a freeze again.
Okay,
Maybe not.
I'll just
We'll-
use
we'll
the line
call-
because I don't think anyone heard it last time. Oh. Would you like a kitten?
What's the side dish?
Would you be prepared to wait for 9 months?
I'm dying.
Die. Your winner is
Well,
Marilyn
give
Robinson.
Marilyn the win.
Yes. Well done, Marilyn. Well done, Marilyn. Although I have to say, a new name for the show might be Death by Modem.
Death by Modem.
That's been suggested by Ashley.
Curse that
Right,
dialect
pretty
in
sure.
Shetland.
This next one is one of our film clubs this week. It is it's Upper Class Film Club. So we're going to go for. And this one is where we take a film title and we upper class it as best we can. So, guys, are you ready?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll kick this off with You've Got Quail.
Stately Home Alone.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, nice.
I've got here the Queen's favourite film, which is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Very good.
My God, Will talking in his real voice.
Wow. Finally get
right?
to see him. I'm going to go with the classic of the Eagle Has Landed Gentry.
Good.
I hope that wasn't the
But,
one.
dude, where's my Range Rover?
I like that one. I've got The Offshore Account of Monte Cristo.
Very good.
Oh, nice.
Very
Even
good.
awesome.
Machete becomes sterling silver cutlery.
Wow, well, that's a completely different film, but still with Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Very Trejo, yeah.
Did you know there was actually a Tory James Bond film?
Really?
It starred hereditary Piers Brosnan. It was called Tomorrow Never Dies, but poor people do all the time, so don't worry about it.
I've got another classic, Goodwill Fox Hunting.
Oh, the only thing I had similar to that was The Fox Hunt of Red October.
Like it.
I had Titanic, a survivor's story.
Very good.
Very
Very
good.
nice.
I've got Stephen Fryhart. Is it Die Hard? I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I
Seemed
get
like
it.
a
I
good
just
idea too
question
this
it.
morning at a travel lodge. I'll tell you that for fuck all.
Privately educating Rita.
Nice.
My favorite upper class film is the Ridley Scott film about the US military's raid on a Yorkshire country estate. It's called Black Hawk Downton Abbey.
Hey.
Tremendous, tremendous.
This one's my favorite one. I'm expecting a standing ovation for this one.
Sadly, we've no time for it. All right, on to the next game. Which
No,
is...
fuck you.
Let's have it.
It's the upper class version of Grease. No, not olive oil. The upper class version of Grease is. Wait for your applause. Is Grease Mog.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
I've got
I'm trying to stifle the laughter. I genuinely thought it was very good.
yes.
Any more?
I had Sail Now On, $1 Million Baby.
Oh,
Very good.
That's not too bad. I had a couple more. I had the Cucumber Sandwiches of Eastwick. Debbie Does Palace.
Like it.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Horton Hears a Whom.
I had Whom Framed Roger Rabbit featuring Donald Duke.
I also had Michelin Star Wars.
Very good.
And Bach to the Future.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I'm going to come in with Finding Nanny Mo. The Divine Secrets of the OK Ya Sisterhood. Fun Fight at the Croquet Corral.
Oh, very good.
And then I've also got like ants, right? Ants could be one of three things. Ants could either be servants, inheritance, or adherence to the tax avoidance loopholes.
Oh, adherence to the tax avoidance loopholes. Very good. I had one more, which was in a future British tyranny, a shadowy masked freedom fighter plots to overthrow it and blow up Parliament with the help of young women and distribute organic grains amongst the populace. It's called It's called Q for Quinoa. Fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Well,
Do it again.
Q for Quinoa. If I can say it, I can have it. Q for Quinoa.
Very
Well
good.
done. Proud of you.
I had Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas in the 1980s comedy Tough Guys.
Fucking. That is such a niche reference. That is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
And a couple of them a bit, well, one sort of like one Will did. Despicable One. Which I like. And a particularly nice one, I thought, On My Secret Service.
Oh,
yes.
Not bad at all. All right, well, I think that's
what about a Bridge to Farquhar?
Oh, I had that.
That's racist.
The only other one I had Moa, myself, and Irene. That's about the only one.
Miss Daisy being driven?
One more.
Get
Yes,
Cartier.
I had that one. I had I'm Being Driven, driving Miss Daisy, but her perspective.
Yeah, very good.
Harrods and Maud.
And finally, the Hiltons Have Eyes. Right, that's all.
Very
I've got.
nice.
That's all.
Homer Sloan.
Mansion of the Dead.
Right, we got to stop. We got other games. Right, that was
Privilege
awesome.
of Tomorrow.
The next one is
Eaton bed.
Cool. The next one
My
is called.
brother's speech.
What's
The next
eaten
game's called
Gilbert
Thumbing
Grape?
It In. The next game is
My
called
left
Thumbing
foot's fine
It
for my
In.
private health care.
Thumbing It In. It features me thumbing fucking this microphone at my own arse. No, it's
Schindler's Rich List.
right, off you fuck.
Loving for this for fucking years.
Just makes it easy, man. Just makes it
does.
easy. He's
Thank
effectively been put on the
That's what
fucking
makes my
naughty
internet
step.
better.
And actually, bizarrely, as I put Gary in there, 10 people tuned in, so that's a bit weird. Let's bring him back. There he is. Right, next game is, we don't have a name for it, but at the moment, it's Stu is named it Thumbing in a Softie. That is not what the game is called.
But no resemblance.
It is for right now. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. It's Post Malone is what he's calling it, because it's a new phrase he's learned for the young people. And he's very excited about that. What's going to happen is a minister is going to be taking a daily COVID briefing, and they are going to be finding out, well, three things. They're going to be finding out what is the recommended action that has been taken as part of these new tier systems, who suggested said actions, and this is where you guys come in. I want you in the comments. I want to know who it is who's got the contract to supply PPE. It could be anybody on the planet. Don't make it your old geography teacher. It could be anyone on the planet. Put that in the comments right now. We'll work that out and we'll get to that in a second. That's going to be a suggestion for you, Marilyn. I'll come back to that in a second. But our guesser today is going to be Minister Will Nami. So I'm going to put the minister in his private room of quiche or whatever posh people go to. So I'll stick you in there. Give us a second. Boof. And he's in. Right, so we need to work out some stuff for you guys. So first of all, for Gary, the recommended actions.
Yeah. Just while you're talking, Billy, the name of the Waitrose. Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, that's cool. Cheers. Thank you. So, Stu, for you as who suggests? No, I'll get back.
Yeah, it's unfair.
I know you'll be crying. What was I going to say? Oh yes, the recommended actions for you, Gary. Is you've got to do an impression of a ghost lion. That will be the only way to make sure that nobody gets infected. And
Right. So you've got to do an impression of a ghost lion.
Lion.
What is that? Anytime you leave the house, or just like?
Lion.
I think it's you want to do it as often as washing your hands.
Okay,
So
right, okay.
Will won't know what that is, and he's going to have to guess from the briefings with our friend Mr. Dobson here. Who suggested it? Stu. I think it has to be your pal, Post Malone, that has suggested it. Now, the main worry we have with this, of course, is I'm not exactly sure if you're into Mr. Malone's credentials, so I think this is going to be an interesting one. Now, we've caught ourselves in a little bit of a stushy here because I think she's having connections issue, and Mario Lane is currently out. So,
Right.
I
Why
think
don't you
she's...
do the third one?
I think I might have to. Oh, no, she's back. She's back.
Cool.
Her device is not connected.
And if she has issues during the game, we can team up to do it.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what it's going to be. I'm actually going to take the suggestions of who has supplied it. Is the that would be bullshit. The suggestion I want to take is the 90s band menswear.
Yeah, perfect.
But she won't know who that is. Marilyn, if you're watching, your devices don't seem to be connected. So we're going to move on just now and we're going to play the game. Marilyn, I don't know if you can hear us. I'm going to do my best to try and get you your suggestion. But if Marilyn doesn't come in, guys, can you take it?
Sure.
Yep.
She's
Between
coming.
us two.
Here she comes. There she is. Yes. Marilyn,
Yay.
who is supplying the PPE is the 90s band menswear. Now, I will level with you. I do not know who that is. So I would like to wish you the very best of luck, but I'm told that Mr. Stu and Mr. Dobson will help. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to this briefing. Remember, Will not know any of these things, and he's going to have to guess. So thank you very much.
The third one either.
Thank you very much for coming to this briefing. I understand one is kept civil. You'll have to keep your questions sharp. The minister today is a very, very busy man. So would you please welcome the minister, Mr. Will Nami.
Yes, hello, it's me, the health secretary. Sorry I'm late. I was up to my balls in quiche. Right, let's get this going. I've only got 5 minutes. I'm here to talk about the new COVID tiers. Journalists, ask some questions. First one.
Yes. Now you've implemented a new recommendation that you're supposed to do as often as you wash your hands. How will this spectral roar exactly help? And do you expect the public to take pride in this action?
Yes. I think summoning the 12. Summoning a big fucking ghost. That should help. That should help.
Well, not just any ghost, as you said. So I can say it now. But no, as you know, as land creatures, as a very specific ghost.
Yes, summoning Mufasa from the Lion King. That's
Yes, indeed. So you should, but you shouldn't just be summoning this spectral creature that you've already named.
you should be making love to him, sweet.
No,
sweet,
you should be very much acting out.
right. Acting out. You should be performing a small operetta with him.
No, just you should be very much yes performing, but as if you were that thing.
I should be playing charades with Mufasa from the Lion King.
Not playing charades, but like a Mike Yarwood of old, or a Culshaw of present. You should be.
I should be interviewing Mufasa.
Interviewing. No, you should be pretending to be it by sounding like it.
Yes, everybody should be doing an impression of Mufasa.
Not specifically Mufasa.
Fuck.
Remember, a spectral beast of that nature.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking ghost anyway. The ghost of Mufasa, doing an impression of him.
What kind of creature is he?
The lion, doing
That's
an impression
fine. Put
of
it on-
a ghost lion.
Yes, absolutely. How on earth is that going to help?
The COVID minister will be making yes. Okay, and just someone get that homeless man arrested. Yes, next person.
Yes, hello.
well, I'm just
Question.
Ooh,
Sorry, excuse me. Do you not mind? This is a serious news organisation.
yes.
Yes, Stuart Murphy, Horse and Hound, the sexiest horse and hound publication there is. Do you think it's wise for the government to be taking such scientific advice for someone with tattoos of that nature?
You know what? People give Mike Tyson a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but
but you're a conservative government and he's a man of colour. You're not going to listen to him. So are you concerned that he has ties to a criminal organisation? And while he may have left that behind him, the stain of custard pies might still be about him.
Yes, when I decided to take advice from a Yakuza Mr. Blobby, people said it was a bad idea, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, it was a bad idea, as we learned from the NHS privacy bidding wars. But I'm talking about this particular young man who is in the phase of his life where he has left his involvement with custard-based child gangsters behind him. He is very much existing after that.
Right. Custard. Custard. Let me think. Is it Nunu from the Teletubbies?
I mean,
Was it
is he
Nunu?
likely to be singing along with girls named Tallulah? My first rule of thumb.
I'm either too young or too old or too weird for this reference.
Okay. What about? I mean, does it bother you that this will be happening after the government has already secured a lot of money on the Never Never from a bank?
Never. What? Peter Pan.
No, you've been given a temporary wodge of money from a bank.
A wad.
Yes, but on the condition that you will return with interest.
Yes. Alone. Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
But it's happening after your cash.
What's catch? Fish. What?
It's not pre the cash.
It's after loan.
No, it's not. It's yours.
Yes,
My loan.
you might
But
receive
it's
it in the mail.
after.
Post my loan.
Yes. Yes. Now I've got a question here about the. I mean, the PPE has been sourced, and it could be upwards of 20 to 30 years old,
Yes.
and would really possibly only be effective to people of a certain indie band in Manchester.
Indie band in Manchester.
Yeah.
This is.
Yes.
I don't know.
And while women might use clean language,
Men dirty. Men foul.
Yes, but they curse.
they curse.
Swearing men. That famous indie band.
Oh,
Turn it around.
Men swearing.
shorter.
Men swear. Men swear. Men swear.
Oh, you're shitting me! You're shitting me!
How much time
But-
was Billy?
5 minutes, 1 second. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that.
Well, we
Bullshit.
lost time because Marilyn's connection dropped out again, so that cost us valuable time.
course.
I
There's-
think I should get double points because I said no words, yet Will still got my clue.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
It's fair to say.
there is 90s band menswear if anyone needs to see what they look like there.
Never heard of them, and it's fair to say that entire game was a cavalcade of references I did not get. Thank you.
Well done, well done. All right, the
Bugsy
next game.
Malone, man. Bugsy Malone.
Absolutely, man.
Ever seen it?
The next
Alan
game.
Parker, get yourself an education, boy.
Okay.
The next game we're going to play is called QVC. It's very exciting because Will Nami, as well as being a rapping machine, a comedian, a tour guide, an improviser, all you might think, has also excitedly got himself his own gig on the Home Shopping Network. So what we need is a selection of household items, anything you could find in your house, anything you might find over at a mate's house, I don't know, anything at all. Why not pop it in the comments, and we are going to create our very own product that he is going to sell. We're very, very excited about it. So I tell you what, pop it in the comments. So Will, are you ready? Well, what's going to happen is Marilyn and Gary and Stu, they're going to be the callers. It's going to be good. But before we go any further, and just while you guys pop in some comments, don't forget you can support us by buying us a coffee over at buymeacoffee/Monday Improv. Helps us keep doing the show. A couple of quid you could spare, that'd be awesome. And we want to give a big shout out to our friends, of course, at the Stand Comedy Club. I don't know if you can see that. Gemma, my merch arrived. Why not go and grab yourself some merch? There we go. That's Mary Lane showing off her t-shirt. Doctor Who, get it down. You can buy yourself some merch over at the Stand's website. You can also, if you like, you can buy tickets or vouchers for future shows when this big global pandemic fucks off and we're all back to doing it live. So I tell you what, I've got some suggestions. Let's have a little look. I've got a zucchini slicer, a strap-on blender.
That one.
Wow, I think we might have nailed it. A Christmas tree, a drawer of old plastic bags, a tea tin filled with coffee. You fucking rebel. You fucking rebel. That's like putting fridge magnets on your oven, you fucking psychopath. Let's see, a lentil slicer, no fog alcoholic wipes for glasses, or a Lego advent calendar. I think, because it's all class here, I think it's got to be the strap-on blender.
Lovely stuff. Good.
Strap-on blender. All right, and what's going to happen is Gary, Stu and Mary Lane, they're going to call in. But Will, it's currently over to you with your brand new show. It's Nami.
Hello, I'm Will Nami, and welcome back to Inventions That Can Maim and Kill. Today we have famous inventor Billy Kirkwood with a brand new product. Billy, welcome to the show.
It's so exciting to be here.
Yes, I forgot that Billy Kirkwood is a German man infested with COVID-19. But thankfully, we're socially distancing and it's all fine. A strap-on blender. Interesting. So this is a blender that you can wear around the pelvic region, or is it a blender that can blend strap-ons? Or both?
Well, as you know, my people are unbelievably sexy. And I mean, we invented chocolate cake with pudding in the middle of the two puddings to one. And one day when I was looking down at my partner and I thought, you know, I would like to fill you, but I would also like to make you an absolutely delightful omelette while I'm at it. So this is where I came about. After plugging her various holes, I took to the kitchen and I found myself a blender, which fitted Heidi quite well. Yes?
I wasn't aware that you could make omelette blender. I thought you were going to say smoothie, but you said omelette. Why is that?
Well, because I put the beets together into the blender and I mixed it all together. It was delicious. Are you writing down? Have you frozen?
I'm seeing two. Yes, I think.
I think it's frozen. So I shall continue to tell you that I thought, you know something? How about taking the convenience of the sexual activity in the bedroom and preparing yourself a quick snack? So that is what I put together, the strap-on blender.
Okay, it's fair to say my internet cut out in the middle of that, but I'm sure it was a great answer. Let's take some callers. Caller number one.
Yeah, hi there. Am I through to the studio?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, right. I've just got a couple of issues about your blender there. I find it really comfy. You know, I like wearing it all the time. You know, just in case I do feel like an omelette. But my problem is, like, you know, I kept it on and I went for a wee walk out in the field and I'd left the lid off. And I accidentally destroyed an entire field of wheat just by walking around. Is there any safety mechanisms in place to stop me, like, destroying so many husks?
Oh, yeah, yes, that certainly is. It is the lid that you were provided, you fool.
Right, it's just with it being a horizontal thing, it's the lids tends to be kind of fall off a wee bit. Is there something more secure?
I see. Well, we have a selection of rubber cases. Now, this one here is called, rather sexy, yet eatable. Then we've got this one, Ready, Steady, Fuck. And then finally, we've got this one, which is named after Mr. Nami. This is called the Master Queef. And what you do is you not only, you squeeze it, and it will clean the dildo and your blender at the same time.
Oh, that's good, because I've been getting quite a lot of eggy residue.
Well, that is absolutely delightful, and thank you. I'm a notorious queefer, as we all know. Call number 2.
Hello, this is Sister Margaret.
No. What's your question?
Hello, we've had a bit of a problem at the all-girls school. They were wearing the belts as a kind of a chastity belt, you could say. But now none of them have any fingers left. And it's very difficult for the counting of the rosemary beads to pray for all the masturbation they've wrongfully done.
Well, it begs the question why they were sticking their fingers in there, but then you answered it. Thank you, sister. What is your question?
I was just
exactly?
phoning to order some more, please.
Could we
Yes, we can handle that. We'll send a few
out to you.
We'll send a few hundred more along. And my advice in future, wear gloves. And finally, caller number 3.
Hello, it's Deirdre from the north. I bought one of your devices for my 30th wedding anniversary. I said to my husband, what would you like for your 30th wedding anniversary? And he said, Deirdre, I want you to peg me. So I got one of your strap-on blenders and followed the instructions. But my question is, do I need to use some kind of lubricant? Because when I turned it on, he spanned like a prawn on a drill.
So you're looking for more grip with this
Well,
lubricant?
I've got plenty of grip. Grip's not the problem. He kicked me in the face several times before I learned to lean back. I mean, it's murder on the base of my spine. But I mean,
imagine.
do I need to use lubricant, or will the oil that I put in there naturally do?
Well, we are looking into that for future models, but certainly with the original, the 5000, which is the one you have,
That's right.
I would suggest an element of lubrication.
Right.
Perhaps you want to get a low-fat 1-cal spray. That would work as well. Or crisp and dry. I would recommend.
I'll try that one. Thank you very much. He didn't cry. He's from the north.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Where the men were created on a dare. That is good. Thank you.
Well, I think it's fair to say that is all we've got time for, and I'm never doing this show again. Join us next week where a different host will be talking about the dildo microwave. Thank you, and fuck you all.
Lots of people are a big fan of prawn on a drill.
Like a prawn on a grill is probably one of my favourite Leonard Cohen songs.
Very good.
Right, let's get another one. All right, next game is called Oscar Moment. We've only got 2 games left. Stick in, make sure you can still hit that share button. Next game is Oscar Moment. That's going to be played by Maria Lane and Stu, I believe.
Sure.
What's going to happen is they're going to act out a scene, and during the course of that, myself, Will, I think you're going to be the director of this bad boy. You want to make sure it's handled properly. Will is going to shout Oscar Moment, and during that moment, well, these two are really going to be given the floor to give an Oscar-esque performance. However, the scene they're acting in is unbelievably dull. What we need from you guys is a mundane, everyday task. It could be anything at all. It could be licking stamps. It could be tutting at your neighbour's bins. whatever you think it needs to be. Pop it in the comments right now, and I will pop it in. Sorry, Hugh, you've been to the state. If you want to put that in the comments, could be an everyday activity that you do. It could be anything. It could be organising your pens. It could be heading down the post office. It could be going to the spa to gaze wistfully at the biscuits. Whatever you want. Sorry, I'm just running through. By the way, Stu,
Have you been following me around?
Oh, well, listen, if we're going to start throwing pegging around, then I wasn't ready for pegging at all. I don't know why. It's just a funny word. Everyone knows why. My father-in-law pegged himself on about a fence. It's still funny. Still funny. Don't talk to me. Like, literally broke his guyman. His arsehole's not been the same. Yet another work Zoom call. Not a bad idea. Making pancakes, hoovering, putting up pictures. Some good ones there. Feeding the cat. We know the cat's dead, so maybe we'll go for something else. I quite like. What do you fancy, guys? Anything for your scene?
I like making the pancakes. I take my pancake making very seriously. I'm very good at it.
Another one that's actually came in, if I could throw it as a curveball, is troubleshooting an IT problem with your parents.
Sure.
Do we want to stick with? Do we want to stay with pancakes?
Troubleshooting an IT problem with your parents. That's perfectly good because, making pancakes is not, it's a serious business.
All right, okay, we're all here for a laugh. Let's not take it too far.
Exactly. Let's not.
All right, well,
Take it
you're going to
too
be in
far.
charge and I'll be standing by with the Oscar music. Will it be Scatman John? Who knows? We're going to find out in a little bit. We'll kick that off. This is Oscar Moment. Well, would you
Which
like
one
to
do
say
we
the
choose?
you're going for troubleshooting IT problems with your parents.
Okay.
Begin.
Well,
So how do I send this email and make sure that Dave can see it, but Tony doesn't see that Dave sees it?
Dad, do you want to send it to Dave and Tony or just Tony?
I want to send it to both of them, but I don't want Tony to know that Dave can see it.
Okay, remember
Is
what
that
I
even possible?
Yes, remember what I showed you, that you can send or you can BCC, you can blind carbon copy. Remember I wrote it, the notepad by the computer?
I wrote that down, and I thought
Yeah.
I just misspelt the word because.
No.
Oscar-winning moment.
I mean, I try and as hard as I can to get the grasp of this technology, but it's leaving me behind. I mean, I remember when it was just, if I wanted to tell something to Tony wasn't to know, I just wouldn't tell Tony. But now it's just so much. It's just everything's coming at me. I get emails from women who want me but don't exist, from princes in Nigeria who want to give me money and they don't exist. I got an offer from Marks and Spencer's the other day and I don't know if that's real. How am I supposed to cope? You're my link. You're my link to the future. And you never visit anymore. How am I supposed to cope in this world that moves too fast? I'm a 20th century man in a 21st century world. You'll either help me or go on without me, because I can't cope anymore.
Blind carbon copy, okay? So it means that if you put his there, the other one won't see he's there. That's like the secret one. Remember, we were like BCC.
Right.
Because quiet chat, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quiet chats. Yeah.
And you remember where to actually type the email in? No,
Yes,
not the subject, not there.
No, not the subject. Underneath the subject.
Yes.
Yes. You're good to me.
Do you have anything
Now-
to attach, or?
I was going to say,
Oscar-winning moment.
I have a picture.
Okay, right. Okay, Dad's got to attach something. I wrote down a guide for attaching things last week. A guide. I showed Dad how to write an email. Every week he forgets the basics of how to write an email, how to order off of Tesco's, how to just change the time on his analog digital alarm clock, and he needs me every week, and I can't have him needing me because I need to disappear. Oh my God. Ever since that hit and run, I can't be here. I don't want him to know what I've done. I know I need to leave. I've got the tickets booked. I'm going to France. I'm going to become Jean-Claude and join the French Foreign Legion and just disappear. And it'd be less painful for Dad than knowing that I'm a murderer. But every week he doesn't let me go because he's trying to email his friends funny pictures of dogs that are outdated memes. I don't want him to know I killed a family. But I can't
If you're
leave.
moving to France, do I have to email you in French?
No, Dad. No. I'm not. No. Do you want me to show you how to
Okay.
open Google Maps again?
Yeah.
And scene. There you go. Well done. Well done. All right. That was. I got chills. I have to say, I got chills.
Very real. Incredible.
Let's bring back Gary.
The
There's
Oscars
Gary
really is
Thompson.
getting whitewashed again, isn't it?
It certainly is.
All right, our final game that we're going to play is World's Worst, one of our absolute favourites, of course. But before we go, hey, listen, don't forget you can rewatch not only episodes of this, but you can watch the Cabaret of Dangerous Ideas. You can watch the End of the World show right over on the Stan Comedy Club's YouTube page. So they're just sitting there waiting for you to watch. Don't forget, though, you can head over to the Stan's website, become a member, buy yourself some merch, and we're going to be back on Monday nights next week. So we would love to see you again. Right, but our final game is World's Worst. Where have I got it? World's Worst weather prick. So what we're going to do is we're going to it's World's Worst Weatherman, World's Worst Weather Forecaster. So what we're going to do is we're going to come forward. I think we'll go round for a bit and then we'll see what we've got.
Sure.
So we're going to kick that off with Mr. Nami, patiently waiting in the corner as hair director. Are you ready? Are you all right, Marilyn?
You learned how to you Google search the word, didn't you?
I can actually.
That's just how
I-
he spells weather prick.
That's how I spell weather prick. What's the problem? That's how it works. It's just a coincidence. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go for this. Kick off. World's Worst Weather Forecaster. Go.
As you can see behind me from the map, it's sunshine in London, patches of cloud over Liverpool, rain in Aberdeen, and in Lerwick? What the fuck is that? Shetland? Never heard of it. What? Surely that doesn't exist. Who? Marlene Robertson? Let me check her videos. No, that accent's not real. Wake up, people. Shetland is just a government conspiracy to sell stupid sweaters and skulls. Good day.
Wow,
Sorry, Mary.
that got heated. Okay, man.
Hi. So the weather in Shetland is glorious sunshine and blessings from Odin himself, and the rest of the world is fire and brimstone. Ha! Well,
See, told you.
She's going to put a curse on us now, Will. You fucked it. You fucked it, Will.
Right, so as you can see here, in Wolverhampton tomorrow it'll be 3 degrees, and then in Birmingham the day after 3 degrees, and then the day after that in Liverpool 3 degrees, and those are the dates of the 3 degrees tour. I will be going to every one of them. So when will I see you again? I don't know. But until then, take good care of yourselves.
Is that the one? Is that the one? All right. You too, asshole. Okay, let's take a little look at the weather here. As you can see, there's going to be a cold movement going down here. Then there's going to be some low cloud, or as I like to call them, sky pubes. And they're going to be coming down over the left-hand side of the country. And now, the sport.
Excellent.
Well, as we can see from the map here, there's a lot of rain over the Yorkshire area. Obviously, a lot of babies going unbaptized in that area, making God cry.
Good. Peter Campbell here, reporting for the weather. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am doing absolutely fine since my wife left me. So, starting here in the north, things are looking bright and sunny at first, everything happy. But then, as things slowly start to head south, we see a cold front appearing. High pressure, patches of heavy cloud and darkness, much like when my wife fucked her gym instructor. You hear that, Sally? Cold and wet, with a forecast of debt and depression and zero visibility for future happiness. But on the plus side, the pollen count's low. Up next, the sport.
Hello, welcome to the weather. We're just going to see the map behind me. Oh my god, my vertigo. Oh my god.
Well, this is really quite unusual. As you can see from the weather behind us here, this hasn't happened since 2006. As once more, Stormy Daniels is making an entrance across the northern United States. Now, this is in 2006. This was unprecedented, but the last 4 years has been quite different. It's expected that Stormy Daniels will cause upwards of $130,000. But of course, the truth won't come out until at least a decade later. As you can see here, it's definitely Stormy Daniels by these two large fronts and the gaping vortex. I would tell you more, but unfortunately, I've signed a non-disclosure agreement.
All right, and it's looking like it's going to be snowing later on, so a little bit of the chug chug bang from the Lord there. But up next, the sport.
So as you can see, a lot of rain and wind in the southeast as that comes through from France. Fucking French. That'll stop come Brexit time.
Stu, we're still
With our
on.
own weather.
Okay. Okay, time for the weather update. Humidity is rising. Barometer's getting low. According to all sources, the street's the place to go. Because tonight, for the first time, it's about 10:30, the first time in history, it's going to start raining men. And Jesus fuck! It's raining men! Human men! They're plummeting towards the ground in a horrifying puddle of flesh and screams! Fuck! Save yourselves! On the plus side, the pollen count's low. Up next.
Hallelujah.
Peter Campbell, meteorologist extraordinaire there. Any more for any more?
It's my first day as a weather forecaster, and it's lovely to be here after my rough upbringing in the Covenant School as an orphan. But now I have a job, and isn't that great? Anyway, if you'd like to look over here, follow where my hand would be if it wasn't for the strap-on blender, you'll see a cold front moving it over there.
Right, well,
I love how you lost a hand and then kept on going with the other hand. You're insatiable.
well, you can see here on the map that there's aspects of sun, there's a bit of rain, but it doesn't matter. Don't go outside unless you have to. As for our Christmas forecast, stay at home. Don't go outside. What's wrong with you? Don't you care about people? Fuck the weather. Stay in. Put the fire on.
Okay, and it's going to be another bright and sunny day. I still see the boy's face.
Jesus Christ.
All right, now it's over to Peter Campbell with the outside weather, where I understand he's punching himself in the dick. Peter.
You know, the pollen count's low because the bees are dead. Everything's dead, Billy. Up next, the sport.
According to the Met Office, we can expect heavy showers in the London area. But are you going to believe them cunts? The chicken bones don't lie. It's going to snow, August or not.
All right, guys, that's us. Well done, meteorologist. Well done. You'll see Peter Campbell coming to a TV near you very, very soon. That's all we've got time for in this week's Monday Night Improv. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you can rewatch this video, share it with your friends over at the Stand Comedy Club's YouTube. And of course, make sure to like us over Monday Night Improv on Facebook. And as well, you can check out MC MC Hammersmith. He's got videos and up all over his social media. Mr. Will Nami. Stuart Murphy, have we got any more End of the Worlds coming up? I think we got a Christmas one coming up. Would that be right?
I think we might have a Christmas one. I think that's to be determined. In the meantime, I'll be spending all my free time watching Mary Elaine on Twitch doing a TikTok or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Can I just say 2 words, Billy?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Grease Mog.
We gave you all we had, Gary. We gave you all we had. And of course, Mary Elaine, you can watch her doing our Twitches as well, or live streams. When are they again, Mary Elaine?
They're on Twitch 8 on a Thursday and a Friday, if the internet prevails. It might just be watching still images and hear my voice go, like that.
And
That's
don't
why
forget-
I watch.
And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the show, make sure to hit that share button, or you can buy us a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee as well. We'd really appreciate it. It means we can keep this motherfucker rolling.
Yes.
That's all we've got time for. I think we'll get the fuck out of here. Shall we do the wave?
Let's do the wave.
Bye.